On this channel, we've already discussed high numbers and what makes them rare. We've also dissected short prints and how that can make specific cards out of high number series curiously, if not conspiratorially expensive. But then there's the high number short prints from 1967 Topps, which can level up your collecting frustration, like the 1/1 Mario Maker World from Super Mario Bros. The 1967 high numbers include cards 534 to 609, and there are some doozies in there. Card 600 of Brooks Robinson is rare and desired, and that makes it expensive. Also, Tom Seaver's rookie card is a 67 high number 2, card 581. Like many 60s rookies, Seaver had to share his rookie card with Bill Dennehy. Rod Carew is another first ballot Hall of Famer whose rookie card is a 67 high number, card 569. But the torture for collectors doesn't end with the Hall of Famers. The short prints in the 67 high number series are no joke. Tommy John, Rocky Colavito, and Mike Shannon have cards with big price tags if you can find them. And then there's a run of NL Rookie Stars cards in the high number series with pairs of no-name jabronis, which are some of the most frustrating cards to track down or afford. There is some agreement regarding which 67 high numbers are short prints, regular prints, or double prints, but it is far from a consensus. The printing sheet is still a bit of a mystery. We know what one half of the sheet looks like, but for years the other half was completely unknown. Then, former SportsCenter host and noted card collector Keith Olbermann pulled out his big boy wallet for a previously unknown, partial uncut sheet of 67 high numbers, a picture of which he shared with friends in the hobby. The reigning thought now, unconfirmed because the full press sheet isn't known, is that there are 11 double print cards in the 67 high numbers, all in the Pinson row, which perhaps got 5 printings, where the typical high numbers got 4. The short prints were 3 cards per press sheet. The Phillies have 4 cards in the high number series. The easiest one to find is Tony Gonzalez, card 548. His card is a double print, part of the Pinson row, meaning that of the high number series, there are more of that card than the others due to its placement on the printing sheet. Gonzalez played with the Phils for the better part of 9 seasons in the 1960s. He was a solid ball player, and in 67, the year of this card, he hit .339 and finished second in the NL batting championship behind Roberto Clemente. A little tidbit of baseball history for you. Tony Gonzalez was the first player in history to wear a batting helmet with an ear flap. He got hit by a lot of pitches, and in 1964 requested a helmet that would protect more of his head. Smart move from a smart man. Anyway, back to his card. As a double print card, there are a bunch of them available, and while card 548 is a tad more expensive than a typical 67 common, generally it won't break the bank. Checking the beast that is eBay, we can see that nearly 120 cards sold in the last year, selling regularly for around the $8 to $10 range. There are currently more than 50 for sale, plus another 10 over on ComC for about $10. I picked up this one at a show recently for $5, following my own rule that when you find a 67 high number for $5, you buy it. So now I have 2. Jim Bunning's card, number 560, is a double whammy of high number plus Hall of Famer, which means expensive. Some catalogs list this as a short print, although it's not completely certain. From 1964, when he pitched his perfect game, through 1966, Bunning won 19 games a year and topped the 300 innings pitched mark in both 66 and 67, where he won another 17 games and led the league in strikeouts. There is more demand for this card because he's a Hall of Famer, so the market is fairly liquid, with 150 cards sold in the last year, selling regularly for about $95. There are more than 20 currently for sale on eBay, but only one over on ComC, priced at $60. Cookie Rojas, card number 595, got his own full episode, so go watch that if you want the full story of his career. Like Bunning, the Rojas card definitely is not a double print, and it might be a short print and is sometimes labeled as such. And also like the Bunning, it has a fairly liquid market, with 121 cards sold in the last year, selling regularly on eBay for around the $75 mark. There are more than 20 currently for sale, with 20 additional on ComC. And then there's this card. Card 587, a Rookie Stars card featuring Gary Sutherland alongside Don Shaw, is by far the toughest one to track down. Card 587 is from the same row as Bunning's card number 560. That means, at least theoretically, that the same amount of both cards exist. But Bunning, as a Hall of Famer, has a fairly liquid market. This NL Rookie Stars card is one of the toughest buggers to track down. Card 587 defines the word tough when it comes to high numbers. So for you set builders out there, be ready to pony up when you find it. Don Shaw pitched in 138 games over 5 seasons with 4 teams. He's in the history books, though, as the winning pitcher of the inaugural game of the Montreal Expos. That's got to count for something, right? Gary Sutherland was a utility infielder who pieced together a respectable 13-year career in the big leagues. Funny enough, he found himself alongside Don Shaw with the Expos in their inaugural game, and Sutherland is in the book as the first official run scored for the expansion team. So for all the Expos collectors out there, this card is a must-have for you. This card reminds me a lot of the 1966 Topps Grant Jackson and Bart Shirley rookie card, number 591. I did a deep dive into that one a while back. Check out that episode for the full story. That card was a high number 2, and a short print, and a corner card on the printing sheet. Card 587 from the 67 set wasn't a corner card, but whoo boy is this one tough to find. You can see mine here is in rough shape, not because I can't afford a better one, but because so few are available. When a nice one comes up, if it's even remotely reasonable in price, it's gone in the blink of an eye. There are usually only a few available at any one time. If you see this one in a box at a show, consider it an investment. If you cruise through the PSA pop counts for 1967, you'll see a big bump for the high numbers. Of course, the more valuable cards make sense to get graded, which makes the resale value even more expensive on the other side. With the ungraded raw high numbers getting more scarce, and the graded prices gently pulling upwards on the prices of the ungraded examples, this seems a good buying opportunity for those out there in the hobby. I keep my eyes peeled at shows and shops for ungraded 67 high numbers, and am slowly building my stockpile, awaiting the apocalypse. Thanks for watching. Prices go up in times of war, so save those high numbers, their stories, and more.